Okay, here's a quick little look at what she looks like on the inside. I'm going to clamp this light here so I can point at stuff. These are the main bearing caps. Those are the pistons that you see down in there. This one here actually is the one that, you know, had low compression. These are the piston rod caps. You can see them a little better here. Crankshaft runs all up and down through there. This is the crankshaft here. Each one of these journals will have two pistons connected to it. There's 2, 2, 2, and 2. These are the mains. Now, this is a 2-bolt main engine. The engine I gave Todd at 350 was a 4-bolt main. That basically means they've got 2 bolts here on the mains, which was basically supposed to, you know, make a stronger engine. I can see the logic in that. For my purposes, I really want the vintage 283 2-bolt main, so that's why I went for it rather than going with a 350. I don't know if you can see the cam lobes from here, but I can see a little wear on the cam lobes there. Of course, I'm sure I'm going to see plenty of wear on a lot of things. Before I can take a piston out, I have to ream out the piston holes. What that means is when these pistons go up and down, they wear out a place inside the piston wall. Let me flip this over if I can. So I can show you down in the piston hole. Now if you look at that hole, right up at the top, there's going to be a place where you can usually catch your fingernail. I don't really feel it much on these, which is a little surprising. It may mean that someone rebuilt this and didn't run it that much afterwards. Usually there can be a pretty good sized little, you know, ridge right there, which this one has very little ridge. For the sake of trying to get these pistons out without breaking the rings, I will use the old piston ridge reamer that my dad had for probably all my life. It should be sitting right over here where it's always been for the last decade. I don't know if I've used this thing in the last decade. Probably not. I don't think I've done an engine. The way this works is that this goes down in that hole, and you can turn a screw and adjust it so it fits, and then these little bits right here, they cut the ridge a little bit when you turn it. So there's a screw mechanism that runs through the shaft of this, and that basically sets this ridge reamer, sets those little edges in and out. I'm going to want to get my hands cleaned up and get the floor cleaned up. So I think it's a good time to go in and wash my hands. Maybe I'll load a few videos, see if my computer is caught up enough for me to do that, and then come back out here and ream this ridge, make it nice and clean, go from the other side, loosen the rod caps, and gently tap that piston out. So I'll pause for now and I'll be back.